It says a great deal that Qatar 2022 is considered by many to be the most controversial sports mega event in a very long time. After all, the competition for such a title is considerable. Over the past 20 years, China has twice played host to the Olympics. In the past decade, meanwhile, Russia has staged both the Winter Games and the 2018 Football World Cup. Yet despite the scale of the human rights atrocities that both those countries stand accused of, and fears such events have been used to embolden their autocratic regimes, it is arguably Qatar that has provoked most dismay and anger during the 12 years since world governing body FIFA shocked the world by handing it the right to organize football's showpiece event. As soon as the since-disgraced former FIFA president Sepp Blatter announced Qatar's victory back in 2010, there was deep suspicion over how precisely this tiny desert state, with no history in the World Cup, and scorching summer temperatures, had won. Qatar was cleared of corruption by FIFA several years ago, but many people have made their minds up, believing the country effectively bought the World Cup. Blatter himself has suggested the vote was partly the result of an arms deal between the country and France. The environmental impact of the tournament is another issue. FIFA admits Qatar 2022 will leave a much bigger carbon footprint than any other World Cup, in one of the world's least sustainable countries. But experts are now suggesting emissions could be 3 times the official estimate, undermining claims this will be the first carbon-neutral World Cup. But some fans have complained of limited and expensive accommodation options. Organizers are making 30,000 extra rooms available, which they say is the equivalent of 1 million nights and will help provide 130,000 rooms in all. The authorities say there have been 3 work-related deaths on actual stadium construction sites since work began in 2014, and 37 more off-site fatalities that are not work-related. The Supreme Committee vows worker welfare as a priority. Official figures show 15,000 non-Qataris died in the country between 2010 and 2019. Last year, The Guardian found 6,500 migrant workers from 5 countries, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Nepal, had died between 2010 and 2020, with 69% of the deaths among Indian, Nepali and Bangladeshi workers attributed to natural causes. Qatar's LGBTQ+ community were detained and physically abused by the country's security services has done little to ease the tension. Nor did a World Cup ambassadors much criticize comments that homosexuality is damaging the mind. Can the World Cup bring social change? Qatar 2022 has certainly forced sport to consider to what extent such tournaments can bring about social change, whether compromise is incumbent on the host country, or those who visit, and the tensions that arise when global events expand into new territories. It is hard to argue that hosting major sports events in Russia and China, for instance, was a catalyst for change. The motto their bid team used in 2010 was "Expect Amazing." Maybe they did not expect the constant scrutiny a winning vote would bring. And now, more than a decade on, as this World Cup in the desert finally gets underway, many will find it truly amazing if this event is ultimately remembered more for the football, than the ferocious dust storm of controversy that has preceded it.